See the value in my own work.
Whoa! This is way too many books! Considering this library organizing job was classified as a premium commission, Paimon came mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon? What brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess. You missed me so much you just had to come visit. Is that it? You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other, haven't you?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance? Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry, just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. That title's kind of suspicious. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier? Huh. Well, witches always make Paimon think of, you know.
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh. Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook, The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, by any chance? Splendid! That makes things easier to explain. This book was written as a dictionary for that other story. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
Ugh. That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how Em put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, you know.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Uh-huh. Sure you didn't.
Well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Tevat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
Oh, you finished sorting already? That went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return, cutie? You freed up my whole afternoon helping me with that. How about we spend it together? Ah, so you noticed too. Such strange names, and even stranger contents. Not to mention, this is the largest library in northern Tevat, and I didn't recognize a single title on the list. I just don't see how that's possible. Unless...
Actually, we just ran into...
Trouble, I presume? I think I'll steer clear if it's all the same to you. Besides, if a book exists in this world, then there's a place for them in this library. Better for them to remain here than end up in the hands of someone more suspect. Anyway, here's your payment. Thanks again for all the help.
I'll take that as a yes then. Ah, finally, you're here! Do you have a message for me from someone by any chance? There's not a single prophecy about you in that dictionary. That's what you were about to say, right? Oh? One moment, then. Your curiosity seems as strong as ever, Barbeloth. Alas, my future will have to remain absent from your dictionary. The wind may be happy to let dandelions trace its form and have poets sing it into verse, but to be contained is hardly its nature. So, dear Barbeloth, please do set your pen down. Words heard on the wind are not meant to be recorded on the page. If you're truly interested in this legend, allow me to fashion it into a poem. I'll be sure to share it with you ladies at our next tea party. Barbeloth has always been a reasonable person, and I believe she heard my request. As such, our conversation should be free from interruptions for now.
Wait, Barbeloth was listening in just now? Paimon didn't notice a thing!
Well, she is a Hexencircle mage. They all have quite a few tricks up their sleeves.
Still, you noticed right away and even got her to leave us alone. Doesn't that make you the real master at cards here?
Given the various practical factors at play, I'd call myself a master with limits.
There you go, being all secretive again. Well, anyway, there wasn't a single thing about you in that dictionary.
You being here is enough. Barbeloth's prophecy concerning me may be incomplete, but it's not incorrect. There's something I need to do, and I could indeed use your help. Trusty as always. In that case, could you play a song with me later? Yep, that's all. But don't worry, this isn't a performance to decide the fate of some consequential event. It's just a duet between friends. The last time I played this song, the howling gale was my sole audience, and the notes scattered in all directions, leaving only fragments of the melody behind. But now, with a friend like you by my side, why should the wind alone bear witness to this music? Besides, I think my hands will be just that much steadier, playing alongside a trusty friend like you. That's all I ask. Now, let's head to the performance venue. If we follow the breeze, we'll be there in no time. All right, let's get going. Just relax and let the wind lead the way. No need to hold your breath. In and out. Easy does it. I let the birds know we would be coming, so we won't run into them. Don't worry, it's just a little ocean spray. You won't get soaked. Ah, the delightful sea breeze. Go on, breathe it in. We're almost there.
island looks kinda familiar.
Not always. It was once an isle like any other. An ordinary, unassuming aggregation of sand and gravel. That is, until seeds of stories were brought here by the wind and cultivated by time. And in due course, the wind brought forth new tales, and time caused them to grow into legends. So with that, allow me to welcome you in truth to this island favored by time, traveler. This is the place where time and wind met in the distant past.
Whoa. You suddenly sound so serious, Tone-Deaf Bard. Paimon's not sure she's following this conversation anymore either.
Fret not, dear Paimon. The best stories always start with a bit of suspense and intrigue. I told you about this before, remember? About how I encountered Time at the Thousand Winds Temple and received some help? Well, it was because of Time's help that those first winds of freedom were able to blow so strongly. But forceful gales like that are most suited to wiping things clean, not helping things grow. So, after a few crises in Mondstadt were resolved, I made the winds gentler. Just strong enough to bolster the people in times of need without knocking them off their feet. Shadows gather in the distance. I'm sure you felt it too. I've heard about the Pyro Archon's face-off with the ruler of death, Renova, and what happened to the Fatui Harbinger, the captain. And that's not even mentioning how abyssal activity has been encroaching closer and closer to Mondstadt. I fear the impending crisis may be beyond what humans alone can solve. In light of that, I need to be prepared. It is the Animo Archon's duty to intervene in times of need. As such, I, Barbados, will bring forth a wind strong enough to disperse whatever storm lies ahead. But if I whip up a gale of such strength in Mondstadt City, it would just turn the place upside down. Clothes, hats, the flowers that rest on people's balconies. That's why I chose to do it here. The place where I once offered an ode to time. Who knows? Perhaps time shows this island special favor precisely on account of my lovely, lovely music.
Wait, so is this place really that special? It sure doesn't look like it. There's a tide that ebbs and flows, and a bunch of birds that come and go. It just seems normal.
Time's impact on things isn't limited to what the eye can see. Think of it like a ripe sunsetia. If the outer peel remains intact, it's nearly impossible for the average person to tell whether the fruit inside is ripe. But even the tiniest hole in said peel will cause the fruit to rot, starting from that spot. Nestled in the hands of time, not one blemish marks this island's peel. Thus, time's influence on its very essence remains hidden to all. At the most fundamental level, of course, all things that lack time's favor will be erased at some point. But with the power that remains here, I can leverage time to draw a boundary around the wind. That way, the outside world won't notice a thing, no matter how powerful of a gale I whip up here. Of course, as the one requesting help, I should offer something in return. That's why I invited you here, traveler. So we could perform an ode to time together. Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, and I can lend you an instrument if you need one. No worries. Just come find me when you're ready. Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, and I can lend you an instrument if you need one. Great. Let's get started. Looks like our music has moved some in our audience to step on stage. But that's against concert rules, so let's usher them out. I understand your love for music, of course. But for now, I'm going to have you leave the premises.
Silence!
All right, that should do it. That was an exquisite performance, Traveler. Thank you. Ah, don't worry. That power was mine and mine alone. No external help was involved. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument so that it might play melodies lovelier still.
Ha! So you do have some tricks up your sleeve. What else are you hiding, huh?
Oh, Paimon. How many tricks could I possibly have? I only have 2 sleeves, after all.
You know that's not what Paimon meant, Tone-Deaf Bard.
I have a feeling the wind is gonna be pretty strong today. We should head back to Mondstadt and tell people to hold on to their hats.